South Texas Health System Heart is the Valley's only dedicated cardiac hospital with the area's only heart emergency room. From heart health screenings and state-of-the-art cardiac procedures to post-treatment care in the only intensive cardiac rehab program in South Texas Health System Heart offers nationally recognized cardiac care to help reduce your risk of future heart problems. With the latest technology, our team of experts, and our compassionate care, your heart is in good hands.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for this awesome festivity that we have here today. We have our Transform Your Life Health and Wellness Seminar. To those of you in the audience who are braving the actual workout in person, thank you for being here. And for those of you that are joining us on Zoom, you will also be able to do this from the comfort of your home without worrying about what anyone else is thinking as you're doing your planks and all of those awesome moves. There is no denying that the Rio Grande Valley has the most delicious Mexican food in Texas. Am I right, guys? But it is affecting our overall health and well-being. Our region has some of the highest rates of obesity in the nation, with more than 40% of the adults classified as obese in Hidalgo County alone, according to the CDC. But obesity is preventable, and it is also reversible. You can drop your weight and reduce the risk of diseases like heart disease, hypertension, and diabetes by simply getting up and moving and making changes and taking action. And that is what we want to do here today, is help you kickstart your transformations and have you transform your life. And we've invited a very special guest to join us. Let's find out who she is, and she's coming to us from Los Angeles. Take a look.
For the last 15 years, Sarah Kadouzian has been working as a personal trainer, whipping her clients into shape through in-person and online sessions while educating them on the importance of wholesome eating and a healthy mindset. Born in Lebanon and raised in Los Angeles, Sarah received her bachelor's degree in kinesiology from California State University, Northridge, as well as her certification in nutrition. Based in Los Angeles, Sarah has traveled the world to train her celebrity clients. Whether touring across the United States to train Latin superstar Prince Royce, or preparing former Miss Universe Dayanara Torres for Mira Quien Baila, getting the Valley's own Emerald Tubia in shape for her next Hollywood role, or working out with Latin singer and television personality Chiquis Rivera, with whom she published the cookbook Chiquis Keto last year, Sarah has enjoyed helping her clients reach their fitness goals. Sarah believes that being fit isn't about conforming to a specific size or look. It's about creating an overall healthy lifestyle composed of a well-balanced diet, daily physical activity, and sufficient sleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sarah Kadouzian. Sarah, come on out. We are so excited to have you here. Now, this is not Sarah's first visit. Tell us about your first visit, and I'm sure you found plenty of delicious food the first time.
Absolutely. This is my second time here in McAllen. The first time I was here on tour with Royce, and I was like, I had to definitely visit the taquerias, and I had some that were missing on my list. So while I've been here, I've been indulging in some taqueria spots. So I will say, you guys have delicious, delicious food here.
And I love that you can still embrace, and that's one of the things that Sarah always talks about, is that you can still have your indulgences, but as long as you're doing it in moderation and you're sort of making sure that you're still staying healthy, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, it's about 80-20, staying great and on point 80% of the time, and then 20% of a little bit of indulgence, just knowing how to balance it. So I also have a segment called Indulging with Sarah, where I just show you guys how I work out in the mornings, stay clean throughout the day, and then enjoy and indulge in whatever it is, the meal that I choose for that day.
Now, Sarah is going to be gracing us with a fitness demonstration and a cooking demonstration. Before we get to the fitness part, we do have a special guest in the audience as well to join us for the workout. Let's take a look at her weight loss journey.
It may be part of her weekly exercise routine now, but Rachel Rodriguez recalls a time nearly a decade ago when she could barely muster the energy to step onto a treadmill, let alone run on the exercise machine.
I was extremely overweight, didn't have any energy, I didn't have a motivation I was not active. I couldn't do anything with my children. I didn't want to go anywhere.
In the fall of 2012, the 49-year-old Brownsville mother of 5 reached 212 pounds. It's the most she's ever weighed in her life.
I didn't even want to take pictures. I just didn't feel happy with myself.
For Rachel, like many others, the weight gain happened slowly over an extended period of time until she finally realized she'd gone up 2 shirt sizes.
I started noticing when I went to a 1X, from a medium to a 1X.
Rachel's weight gain eventually led to health issues, including gestational diabetes during her last 4 pregnancies. But the diabetes didn't go away after the birth of her last child, and the condition would only worsen.
A lot of people are always in denial when it comes to diabetes, and I was one of them. When I finally went to the doctor, I started off on insulin.
Rachel tried everything to lose weight, but nothing seemed to work.
I tried exercising, I tried eating healthy. I didn't know how. I had no discipline whatsoever.
During a fateful drive from Brownsville to Rio Grande City, Rachel learned about the South Texas Health System Bariatric Weight Loss Surgery Center from the friend accompanying her.
And she says, well, I'm having weight loss surgery. They have seminars here every Tuesday and we need to go. I said, fine, I'll go with you.
After attending her first seminar, learning more about the program, and meeting women who'd undergone weight loss surgery, Rachel knew she was ready to transform her life.
Everybody there pretty much was diabetic. And once I heard, you know what, I got out of surgery, I'm no longer injecting myself, I'm no longer taking medications, and I said, that's my goal right there. That's what I want.
After getting the all clear from her doctors and approvals from her insurance, Rachel underwent gastric sleeve surgery on December 10th, 2012.
I dropped 17 pounds the first month. And I didn't see it, but I noticed it on my clothes. I lost 40 pounds in 11 months that first year.
Over time, Rachel was able to boost her stamina and build her endurance through a consistent exercise routine while maintaining a healthy diet.
I eat everything that I want to eat. I just eat very small portions of it. So that helps me a lot. When you have weight loss surgery, you have to make sure that you drink a lot of water and eat healthy.
Today, Rachel weighs 125 pounds, and she's not just walking, but running on the treadmill.
I am so confident. I love myself more, and I have energy now to run around with my kids and my grandchildren.
And if you're struggling with your weight and considering bariatric surgery, Rachel says you have to commit to transforming your life.
And this is why it's important to see a nutritionist and to see the psychiatrist before you do this, because it is a life-changing. It's not the same. People think it's easy. It's not. You have to be very committed to your surgery and just be positive. Be positive.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rachel Rodriguez. It was just an honor to hear your story and to hear your passion for transforming your life. I mean, pretty impressive, right, Sarah, to see this story?
Absolutely. I think hearing stories like yours are the reason why I do what I do, more so than traveling with celebrities. This is what it's about for me, and I think it's so inspiring for me, and it's so fulfilling for my career, and it gives me such purpose in the work that I do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And this is why I'm here. I want to be able to inspire at least one person in this room to make that change of life and be healthy for yourself, because life is short and we want to be healthy.
All right, and those are some great words of encouragement. Hopefully you guys are motivated, and I think we can get started with our workout. We're gonna turn it over to Sarah, and she's gonna whip us into shape in 30 minutes.
All right, guys, so I believe in going at your own pace. Remember, everybody is at a different level in here today, and I'm always gonna show you guys modifications. I've got an amazing trainer right there from TrueFit. Sorry, I'm all over the place with that, but we've got amazing trainers from TrueFit that are gonna come around, so if anything is too much, just raise your hand. He'll come and help you out. What is your name? Aaron. Aaron's gonna come around and he's gonna help you guys if he sees anything wrong with form or anything like that. He'll come adjust you, and if you feel it's like way too much, just raise your hand and he can always help you out as well. We're gonna start with a warm-up, a dynamic warm-up, get the blood flowing to the muscles, start engaging in the exercises and the movement, and key for this is always breathing. Remember, go at your own pace. Anything is too much, don't feel embarrassed. This is what it's about. It's about starting here and being inspired to have this keep going so you can transform your life. So let's go ahead, let's start on the mat since we're already down there. We're gonna start on our backs. Feet are gonna be hip width apart. Hands are gonna be to the sides, using your palms to help raise the rest of your body up, keeping your head firmly onto the ground, and we're gonna lift the booty up into the air right here. Nice squeeze, everything in your heel, and keeping the toes planted flat. We're gonna go ahead for 15, and then drop, and then coming right back up. Here we go. We've got 15, 14, breathe through the nose, 13, 12, nice strong squeezes at the top, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna hold at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, slowly down. Bring the knees into the chest and stretch it out just a little bit right here. You can go into little small circles. And let's go the opposite direction. We're gonna do 2 rounds of this as part of our warm-up. Go ahead, place the feet onto the ground. And let's go ahead up for 15 more right here. Lift, 14, 13, use those palms if you're having difficulty coming up, use those palms to press into the ground to help you lift up. We've got 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, push through the last, 4, 3, 2, and hold at the top right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, slowly down. Bring those knees into the chest. Give it a nice little hug to small little circles right here for 3, 2, 1. Reverse direction for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, slowly up. You can always use this method right here, so sliding to the side just like this and helping yourself get up. If you have difficulty getting up, you're gonna go ahead onto all 4s just like this. And we're gonna start with very simple exercise, start engaging the core just like this, and we're gonna go into taps. One side to one side, just like this. We have a total of 15. Eye contact is on the floor, squeezing your abs and keeping a nice flat back. 12 more. 11, 10, 9, squeeze those abs, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, you're gonna go ahead, pick yourself up, and we're gonna do mountain taps right here, mountain climber taps right here, picking up your body, nice flat back, just like this, hands directly underneath the shoulder, and we're gonna tap, same knee, same elbow, just like this, tap and tap. We have a total of 10, 9, go at your own pace, make sure you're breathing, inhale and exhale, 7 more. 6, squeeze those abs, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more on each side. Go ahead down, and we're gonna come up. We're going straight into our squats. We're gonna go into 20 squats, hip width apart. If you guys have any sort of injuries or anything like that, just raise your hand so we can be aware. We're gonna go head down just like this. And then coming up, squeezing at the top, okay? We have a total of 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep everything in your heels. 11, 10, 9, 8. How are you feeling? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deep breaths through the nose. From here, we're going straight into our jumping jacks, getting in some cardio. I'm going to show you the modified version first. If jumping is an issue for you, all you have to do is go side to sides, tapping just like this. Again, if you guys have any sort of issues with knees, back, or jumping, side to sides, it's totally fine to go right here, okay? If not, you're gonna go ahead, follow me for 20 reps. Let's get that heart rate up right here. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto the floor. We're gonna go ahead back onto all fours right here. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. You're gonna lift your body off of the ground just like this, holding a plank position, and you're gonna do side taps right here. So just side to side, tapping. And if this is too much, you can always do it on your knees. You've got a total of 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe through it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze that belly button, and 1. Go ahead onto your knees, and we're gonna go into glute kickbacks right here. So you're gonna be on your knees. I like to be hip width apart. If you have any knee issues, just let us know. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, and we're gonna go right here, bring it in, and then kicking it back. In right here, and kicking it back, keeping your core engaged. We have a total of 15, 14, 13, 12. Nice controlled motion. Eye contact is on the yoga mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on that final one, we're gonna keep it up and we're gonna go into a pulse just like this, straight leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, we've got 15 on the other side. If at any point you need water or a little break, don't hesitate to take it. Here we go, 15, 14, 13, nice controlled movement, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right here for 5-second pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go head down. We're gonna go straight into modified push-ups. If you wanna go into standard push-ups, you can go ahead and do so as well. Modified on your knees, right here, and then trying to get as low to the ground as you can. If it's too much for you, go as low as you can. Don't be afraid of at least trying for this exercise. This is one of the tougher ones right here. We have 10 right here. Drop, and then go ahead up, pushing yourself up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go ahead up Going into our alternating lunges. If this is too much for you, you can always stay with stagnant lunges. This is your stagnant lunge right here, staying in place, letting your back leg do majority of the work and keeping yourself up, okay? Alternating, we're going right here, we're going alternating back, just like this. There you go. That's great right there. We have a total of 15. 14. Keep your abs nice and engaged, nice and tight. 13. 12. 11. 10. Whew. 9. How are you feeling, Rachel? 8. 7. Whew. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And one more on each side. Right there. We're going right back onto the ground, back into our cardio and core with our mountain climber taps right here. If you want to do traditional mountain climbers, you can go ahead and do so. All we're doing is tapping right here for 15, 14, 13. Eye contact's on the ground, abs nice and tight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead down onto your back. We're gonna go into bicycle abs from here. I'm gonna show the modified version first. Modified, if you're still new to working out, you're gonna go ahead, feet are flat on the ground, knees are bent. You wanna make sure you're not arching that back, keep it nice and flat. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, just like this. This is for my modified, okay? If you want the challenge, you're right here with a straight leg off the ground. Again, making sure you are not arching like this and putting the pressure on your lower back. Here we go. We have 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead up. We're going straight into running in place. If running is a little too much for you, you're not used to it yet, you can go ahead and power walk. Just make sure you're incorporating your arms just like this, okay? We've got 20 seconds running in place. Here we go. Just like this. Let those elbows go back with it for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto the ground. On our booties, we're gonna go ahead and lift them off the ground just like this. And you're gonna come up into this tabletop position right here. And you're gonna drop. And up. Nice squeeze at the top, everything in your heel, keeping your toes nice and flat. We have 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe through it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead onto the ground. You're gonna lay flat. And right here, we're gonna go ahead and work our obliques right here. Those are your sides. You're gonna go tap and tap to the sides just like this, okay? We've got a total of 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, grab a quick sip of water, wipe down with your towel, and we're gonna go into single leg bridges. So just like this, hands, while you guys are breaking, I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do it. Again, making sure you're not arching here. Nice, neutral back. Right leg is gonna be bent. Left leg's gonna be up top, and you're gonna lift and then tap. Lift and tap, okay? We're gonna go ahead, we have 15 on each side. If you need a few more seconds to get into it, take it. And if not, let's get started for 15 right here. 14, 13, exhale on the way of the booty raise. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go ahead and switch sides. Deep breath through your nose. Here we go. 15 right here. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Plant those palms into the ground if you need help. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead up. Go ahead onto your side and then come up first if you need it. We're going right back into our cardio right here with jumping jacks. So again, modified right here, just going side to sides, keeping your core engaged and then simultaneously moving with the arms and legs. If not, let's get ready for the more advanced 20 right here. Open and close for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead down. Take a second if you need it. We're gonna go ahead into our next exercise. We're gonna face, what is that called? Windows. I can't even talk right now. So right here, you're gonna go ahead into the standing glute raises right here. Here we go. 15, straight leg, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep that chest facing the ground as much as you can. 2, and switch right here. Woo. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Eye contact stays on the floor. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going onto the ground straight into our plank exercise, modified version first. Right here onto your knees. If this is your first time doing a plank, this is all you need to do right here. Hands underneath the shoulder, keeping your abs nice and tight. If you want the challenge, the next modification is right here, and then opening up a little bit wider with the feet for more base support. And if you want the real challenge, you're gonna be down here, standard plank, elbows aligned with the shoulder, looking down. We're gonna hold for 30 seconds right here. Eye contact is on the floor. The longest 30 seconds you will experience right now. Deep breaths through the nose. Inhale and exhale. If you're starting to feel tired, focus on your breathing. We've got 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead down slowly and then come on up. We're going right back up. Drop another one right here. All right, we're gonna go straight into jump squats. If you cannot do jump squats, you can go right here. Standard squats just like this. Don't be embarrassed if you need to do standard squats. Jump squats are right here. Dropping down, keeping everything in heel, just like this. Getting up as high as you can and then dropping into a squat. We have a total of 10. Here we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And onto the ground. We're going straight into our next abs exercise. Deep breaths through your nose. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna go straight into, our leg raises, but I'm gonna show you the modified version. First, hands underneath the booty for support. And if you're doing this for the first time, you can just go into these knees and then tapping the ground. Knees in and then tapping the ground. If you want the challenge, go ahead and follow me. Legs are gonna be straight ahead of you and we're gonna lift it up. Right here for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep your abs nice and tight, 5, 4, push through it right here, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go ahead onto the knees right here. Go back into core and glutes. We're gonna go right here, opposite elbow, opposite knee, and then extend out just like this. In and then out. If this is too much for you, you can stick right here and do the glute kickbacks, okay? We have a total of 12 on each side. Go at your own pace right here for 12, 11, keep that eye contact onto the ground, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. 12, 11, 10, 9, keep it a nice controlled movement, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna finish off with the final exercise before going into our stretch, going back into that plank position, and we're going right there with plank jacks. I'm gonna fall. Okay, right here. We've got a total of 15, starting now. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go head down. Let's go into a child's pose real quick. Stretch it out, cool down. Holding down here for at least 20 seconds. Pushing your heels into your glutes and your arms straight ahead of you. Deep breath through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead slowly up. You're gonna stay down here. Arms are gonna go up straight above you. Focus on your breathing. Trying to get that heart rate to come down slowly. Deep breath in. And exhale out. Deep breath in. And then exhale out. Let's go back down to a child's pose. We're doing 2 runs of each stretch. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale out. And then slowly go head up. We're gonna go back into the second stretch right here. Arms go up all the way. Focusing on your breathing and elongating the muscles right here. And then let's go ahead onto our backs. We're gonna pull the knees into the chest and hold for 20 seconds. You can go into small little circles right here. Tom and Rachel, how are you guys feeling?
Killing me.
Deep breaths. This is your guys' second workout.
I know, I think it's more intense this round.
Right leg in, and then left leg is straight onto the ground. Your stretch at no point should it be hurting you. It should literally be feeling like a stretch. If you're feeling pain, let us know. Switch sides. Pull it in, give it a nice hug. And again, focus on the stretch itself. Bring both knees in. Give it one last round of a double hug right here. And try and see if you could get it closer into your body this time around. Right leg in, left leg down. And switch. And we are good to go. Right there, there it is. Your 30-minute HIIT style workout using no equipment and literally leaving you with no excuses to be able to get a workout in anywhere, anytime.
A round of applause for that workout. While I catch my breath, you can clap a little longer. Woo, that was intense. Does anyone have any questions in the audience here for Sarah really quickly on any of the exercises that we've done? Now, the beauty of Sarah's workouts is that they can be done anytime, anywhere. Tell us a little bit about that whole theory that you have about just getting those 7 minutes you can get.
For me, it's just about being able to get that movement in. I understand not a lot of people have the luxury of having a trainer or having access to a gym or having access to hours and hours of time in a day, and it's more about making it efficient. It's not about being in the gym or being inside a workout for an hour a day. You don't have to do that as long as you know how to keep it efficient. It's more so about that, and for me, that's more fulfilling to be able to make someone feel like, hey, I could do this as well. It doesn't have to be where you're doing like a cartwheel into a burpee or lifting 300 pounds. Like, everyone has their own weights and goals that they want to achieve. For me, it's just about keeping it moving. Doing simple exercises like this keep you moving and keep you motivated. Like, if at one point you want to compete in a show and that's your goal, starting off like this is the best way to do it. You start off here and then it motivates you to continue to increase your goals and put higher goals up there for yourself and to be able to do different things, just starting off with the basics. It's all about the basics, and then from there you get to do more things and more accomplishments.
And it's about finding those moments, those little moments where you can take a little time. You're picking up your child from daycare. You can be doing a little bit of exercise, right?
Absolutely. Like, each of my clients, they have different goals, and the goal for today was to just keep it moving and keep you inspired, or make you feel inspired to say, hey, these were simple exercises. I did no equipment. I got it done in 30 minutes. I can also do this on my own, or I can also sign up for a gym membership and say, hey, I can commit at least 30 minutes to that gym membership. So that's what today was about, these exercises right here. It's about inspiring you to actually take the little steps to transform your life.
All right, a round of applause again for our exercise portion. We have all survived it. I hope you at home who are watching on Zoom have also been drinking plenty of water, wiping. I've had to wipe. You don't want to see what my mat looks like right now. It's disgusting. But we are really glad that you guys are joining us. But it isn't just about exercise. It's also about eating well. With some healthy eating tips, we have Clarissa Villarreal. She's our critic and chef here at South Texas Health System Heart.
Hi, my name is Chef Clarissa, and I am the critic and chef for McAllen Heart Hospital. Today I'll be sharing with you guys the importance of a healthy diet. A healthy diet is essential for good health and nutrition. It protects you against many diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Eating a variety of foods and consuming less salt, sugar, and fat is essential for a healthy diet. My 5 tips to staying healthy are: get adequate sleep, maintain a healthy weight, exercise and stay healthy, nourish your body with real food, and we don't have any processed food, and drinking plenty of water. These tips are something that you should implement on a daily basis to continue living a healthy lifestyle. Good luck.
All right, so we are ready now for our cooking demonstration. We're gonna bring Sarah back out here, and she's going to talk to us from her keto book. She has a book that she did with Chiquis Rivera. It's called Chiquis Keto, or Chiquito is the hashtag that they used for this, which makes total sense. Tell us a little bit about the process of starting the book from the beginning. How was that?
For me, I think I'm Middle Eastern and she is Latina, Mexican descent, Mexican American. I am Lebanese, Armenian American, and for us, we had similar backgrounds as far as what food holds in our household, where food is social, food is love, food is everything that it's not supposed to be, as far as like the nutritional aspects of it and feeding yourself that fuel that's needed to become healthy. So putting this together was about not making it a diet. It was about creating recipes that are doable and feel good and are relatable, especially the stories that we share in there with her background and everything behind it. So for us, it was very, very important to show that you can also be healthy and enjoy healthy foods without sacrificing flavor and the fun that comes with eating.
And I think one of the things you previously stated is that in Latino households, and I think it's also Middle Eastern households, that, well, food is love. And so you go to your grandma's house and she won't let you say, no, it's okay, I don't want, and no more. And they kind of want to keep feeding you. I think that's also one of the things that you kind of have to think about, right, when you're with your family as well.
You definitely can't say no to your grandma. It is a sin, and the second that you do, she's like, oh, are you sick? Are you going through a breakup? What's going on? And it's like, no, I'm actually full. But that's what we teach you here. So if you have in case of emergency and you got to go to grandma's and you already had your healthy foods, we're teaching you in the book how to jump back into your healthy regimen right after a trip to grandma's house. So.
All right, so you have 4 recipes that you have for us today, and you are going to start with your breakfast recipe, which I understand.
Absolutely. For me, with a lot of the people that I work with, people that I hear from online, from social media, they always tell me, oh, I don't have time for this. And what happens is they go all these hours without eating. So they'll go like, I don't know, their first meal of the day would be 4 p.m. and they started off at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. And by the time 4 p.m. comes along and they see the McDonald's sign or something, a fast food sign, they want to go towards that. And it's about showing how to be prepared so those kinds of things don't happen. So for me, one of my favorite things to do is prepare overnight, and I like to do like a whole batch so I have it ready for the next 5 days. And we're gonna start with the egg muffins. These are my favorite. You're literally taking one bowl just like this. You're gonna take 8 eggs. This recipe is actually one of the recipes straight from the book. We called it the Chi Muffins. So these were one of our favorites because she loved it. I introduced her, one of the coffee shops carries something like this, and I was like, well, instead of stopping every day, why don't you just make your own, and we can incorporate that into the recipe book. And that's how that recipe came about. So in here, you're getting your protein, your healthy fats, and your fiber and great carbohydrates from here. So the fiber and carbohydrates coming from the green vegetables that we're gonna put in there. But I'm gonna just show you guys real quick how you go about doing this entire thing. Simple, it's just super, super simple. All the recipes in there are very simple. So seasoning is key. Paprika, one of my absolute favorites to do. You add some paprika. You know what, I'm gonna just do this Middle Eastern style, and I heard it's the Latina style as well. You just don't count the seasoning and just add it in. I would ask my mom, like, how do you make this? She was like, you put a little bit of this and that, and then add some of this, and then cook it like that, and here's your recipe. So we had to deal with that and then create a recipe book from that. So with that being said, seasoning you can always play with, making sure that when you're reading ingredients for your seasoning, you're making sure that if it's paprika, that's the only ingredient in there, paprika. If you turn it around and saying paprika plus 10 ingredients that you can't even pronounce, put that seasoning down and opt for something that is actually paprika. So once you do that, you're gonna just spin it right in here. This is not my ideal situation right here, but it's totally fine because we make anything work. We go like this, and then the spinach, what is this? Okay, we're gonna opt out of the spinach. I'm showing you guys the spinach right now, but you're gonna go ahead and just do this. That's okay. We can just do that. Ideally, you can put spinach in here and a little bit of grass-fed cheese. And then I'm not gonna demonstrate on how to do this because it's gonna just plop on over, but you take this and nicely place it in each one. You know, I could do it with a spoon. With just a spoon. All you're gonna do, just like this, fill it to the top, and then you're gonna bake it for about 15 minutes. And once it's done and cooked, so just like.
It looks good already and it's not cooked yet. Don't want to try it
looks
yet.
Like
but
nice egg soup. Oh, good.
And then
So
your final.
my final is right here. This doesn't do it any justice. I promise this tastes absolutely delicious, and you guys actually get to sample this so you can see how good it is, and you can have 2 of these as you're serving. So you bake it in there, and what I like to do to keep it for the rest of the week, add it into an airtight sealed container. Keep it in the fridge, or if you want to make an even bigger batch, you can toss it into the freezer and then pop it out whenever you are ready to have. So that's your breakfast, easy to do, and what I like to do with that is being able to eat it in the car is such an important aspect for me because I'm consistently on the go in LA.
And you're able to save this, you said, for up to 5 days if
Yes.
you seal it tightly and make sure that it is refrigerated.
Exactly, exactly.
You can put that on.
Okay, so the next one is the quinoa bowl. It's a Tex-Mex quinoa bowl. This is one of my favorites. The key that I want you guys to take away from this is knowing the sauces that are being put into your bowls. There's a lot of like healthy places out there and they tell you, oh, it's a healthy bowl, but you want to ask them what's inside. That inside coming from something like this, they usually love to add like this amount of portion into their bowls, which adds up in unnecessary calories. And just having 2 tablespoons with this is suffice. You will get that flavor that you're looking for. This is the cilantro lime dressing, easiest thing to create. I normally like to do an entire batch for the week, put it in a mason jar and toss it into a bowl like I'm about to show you guys how to make right now. So you're gonna take your mixed greens or spinach and you add it into the bowl. And then we are gonna go ahead and take our quinoa. Quinoa is this is not keto, this is more so it is a carb, but keto tells you no carbs other than from your greens. But I like to have this one because it is a slow carb. It does not kickstart your blood sugar levels. I like to add it because I prefer this way more than a white rice or a brown rice. And I love the whole grains that you get from the quinoa. So you go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons. I added a little more because I have a teaspoon here. And then next, I like to go ahead and add my black beans, no more than a tablespoon, because they do add up in carbohydrates if you are trying to maintain a low carb eating regimen. And then from there, we go ahead and add either 4 to 6 ounces of your protein of choice. This is seasoned. Seasoning your meats or your proteins are the most important thing in order to feel satisfied. This is with cayenne pepper, with paprika, salt, garlic, onions, so many different things added to this to just give it so much flavor. As long as you know how to season it, you'll be so satisfied. From there, we're gonna go ahead and add it right in, just like this. And then we're gonna go ahead and add, where's my thing? We'll add some tomatoes. Can add tomatoes to it, adding as much as vegetables as you want. You wanna look at your vegetables, any of the greens, your main portion of your dish, and then look at your proteins and things like that as your side dish, your complementary portion, but your main focus should be on the greens. And as long as it's seasoned well, you guys will definitely be able to enjoy it. From there, we're gonna go ahead and add the sauce. You just go ahead and add it right to the top, and then you can mix it in or enjoy it as it goes. And again, I like to add no more than 2 tablespoons.
And I know that you used Greek yogurt in this. So is Greek yogurt one of those items that is pretty filling in terms of for a dressing?
Exactly. Greek yogurt, making sure that it's unsweetened and knowing the labels, knowing how to read the labels are key. Greek yogurt is a great alternative to standard like a sour cream or a cream-based thing. It's a great alternative to have, and you could do so many things with it, like turn it into a dressing or a marinade.
And I think you have this recipe in the book, correct?
Yes, we have this recipe as well in the book, and again, you could just use little toppers like this. I like to make it more colorful, just like that, and then that's your bowl. Super simple. And again, you guys have this all to be able to take with you. Do you guys have any questions so far before I move to the next example of a meal that we're doing? If you notice, every single thing does have vegetables. You want to be able to get those vegetables in your system. One, they're good for you. You want to look at food as medicine. You don't want to look at it, you don't want to get to a point where your food goes into, what was I gonna say? You don't want to look at a point where food is looked at like a diet purposes. Food is looked at as your medicine. It's looked at your healing purposes. It's looked at your preventative measures. So adding the vegetables are definitely key.
And I know that you mentioned previously that in conversations that the grocery store, when you're in the grocery store, the vegetable section is your best friend.
Absolutely. So the vegetable section, and a huge tip, don't ever go to the grocery store on an empty stomach. We've talked about it in the book. You will end up purchasing things that you didn't even think that you would want to buy, and then once you get home, you realize, what the heck did I buy? So making sure, that's a huge tip. Don't go on an empty stomach. Make a list for yourself. Produce, like I like to just do a breakdown, and I follow that breakdown where I no longer need that paper anymore. So produce, what do I need from it? X, Y, and Z, pop it into it, and then go into proteins. What are my proteins? What are my healthy fats? Where are my snacks? So things like that. So for the next exercise we are gonna do, the next meal we're gonna do is gonna be the zoodles, zoodles pesto, chicken pesto bowl. Chicken pesto bowl, and this is one of my favorites. Zoodles, you can actually find them like this, and this is your alternative for your pasta, and it's actually quite satisfying. You could find them pre-spiralized for you, or you can do it yourself. I'd rather take the easier route for that and pay $1 more or so and get the pre-packaged one just to save time and utilize it for this type of a dish that we're gonna do. So you take the zoodles, you could add the entire package if you'd like, and then you're gonna take your pesto. When it comes to pesto, you wanna make sure that you're reading the ingredients, you're reading that it's only the ingredients that should be in pesto, whether it's basil, Parmesan cheese, pine nuts, whatever it is. If it says more than that, like way more than that, and it's words that you can't even pronounce, definitely put that jar down and grab one where if you turn it around, you recognize all of the ingredients, or you can also make it yourself. So we're gonna take the pesto, add it right in, and you wanna just nicely stir it in, just like that. And you want to make sure prior to it that you rinse out, and so you want to take out any excess water from the zucchinis. That's what happens if it's like laying out or something like that, and you do see that, it's okay. This is all normal. We just toss it out. This right here is not meant to be glamorous cooking. This right here is the real deal, and sometimes you'll be cooking and you'll see stuff and you're like, maybe I can add more spices here. You can always add more spices there. Next, you're gonna add the grilled chicken of your choice. I just like to keep it simple, fresh ground pepper and a little bit of salt. Add it right in because I want the takeover of the flavor to be with that delicious pesto, and I can smell it right here, and I'm clearly starving already after 2 workouts. So you're gonna add it right in and you mix it. You can go ahead and add more pesto if you'd like. And I'm trying to make this as appeasing as possible, but again, just know that this tastes absolutely delicious right here. And then we're gonna take the feta cheese. When it comes to cheese, I talked about this earlier in the other class. When it comes to cheese, you wanna be very, very mindful of the type of cheese that you are picking. Grass-fed is ideal, pasteurized is another ideal. You wanna make sure you stick to the block cheeses. A lot of those prepackaged cheeses where they're already shredded or crumbled, if you turn it around, it does not say that it's just cheese. There's extra additives and hormones and things like that in that. This is pure feta cheese, so you just toss it right in, add a few of the tomatoes you can add right in to it, and cover this in tomatoes as well. And this right here is absolutely delicious, but we'll add a couple more just to show you guys. Just like that, so it looks something along the lines like that. So for me, the most thing that I hear from my clients are that we are snackers. We love to snack, and whether it's at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. or something is going on, stress snackers, and sweets are the #1 choice for this. And that is the worst thing that you could do, especially if you are trying to avoid diabetes, if you are trying to avoid weight gain and things like that. Sugar adds up, and one of the #1 ways that it adds up is, oh, a little bit of this won't hurt me. And you don't realize that you're doing a little bit of this throughout the day where it adds up. So I loved this recipe. This is one of my absolute favorite recipes. I'm just gonna take this right here, thank you. This is my version of peanut butter cups, and let me just tell you, it tastes just like it. I have my sugar-loving brother as a witness, who I didn't tell him what this was. I told him, oh, I made peanut butter cups, and he tried it and he was like, wow, they taste really good, just like it. And I said, there's no real sugar in there. It's made from monk fruit. Monk fruit is one of my favorite sugar alternatives to use. And it turns into something like this. This is made out of simple ingredients, all in one pot. Takes you 5 minutes to make. Cacao powder or cocoa powder, making sure, turn it around, there's no added sugar in there. Peanut butter, coconut oil, monk fruit, and then I love to either add sometimes flax seeds or hemp seeds to get the seeds aspect of things, to get the omegas from there. Cinnamon, and what you do is you don't bake it. You go ahead and turn it into a liquid form and then add it into this silicone tray just like this, and then freeze it for at least an hour, and then watch how easy this is. So you pop it out, just like that. It's in that peanut butter cup shape right there, super easy, tastes delicious. You let it thaw for about 5 minutes and enjoy it. And let me just tell you, 1 to 2 cups of these, enough to fulfill your sugar cravings.
That sweet tooth that you have that you just, for some reason, can't get over, you can actually get a nice little...
Absolutely.
A nice little bite there.
So they can get a little bit of this.
That one.
And that right there.
And there you have your lunch, your dinner, and your dessert.
Exactly. And your breakfast is somewhere around here, but it's okay because at least you guys can see what this looks like. And let me just tell you, as long as you're starting it off, getting yourself full, keeping hydrated with water is another absolute key. Sometimes you'll feel like you're hungry and your mind hasn't been able to process yet that you're actually thirsty. It's more about, I'm not hydrated enough. And the next time you're feeling like, hey, I've ate this many meals, why am I still hungry? Try grabbing water and see how you feel after you grab the water. Are you still hungry?
And you do have a treat in your cookbook for anyone who's over 21. I understand you have cocktails.
I am.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what your favorite one is?
Absolutely. The Paloma in there is one of my absolute favorites. Yes, I am a tequila lover, and anything that I can add tajin to for an alcoholic beverage, I am that person. I believe it's called happy hour because it makes you happy, not because it's at a specific hour. And as long as you know how to make your drinks, you don't have to feel like you're adding all this added sugar into it, because what happens is these pre-made drinks, especially at these amazing cocktail bars and everything, it's filled with all these syrups and sweeteners, and then they'll say just agave, and it's filled. Those are still sugars. What I like to do, one of my tips, and we explain that in the book, How to Order When You're Out at a Bar, I am that person that will literally make my own concoction, and the bartenders have even said, oh, this is a great idea. Like for instance, the other day, I created my own lemon drop. I said, no sweeteners, nothing, just lemon, muddle some strawberries in there, and then put tajin on the rim and lots of tequila, and it was delicious.
The lots of tequila is probably the fun part that most people will appreciate the most.
Exactly.
All right, well, that concludes our cooking demonstration. Did you guys enjoy that? And guess what? Those of you that are in the audience here are going to be able to sample it. We have sample plates for you guys in the back, so you'll get to enjoy that. We'll pass those out shortly. It has a little taste of each of the recipes that Sarah sampled today, because everything in portion control, so it's all portioned properly for you guys. So you'll get to do that. And those of you that are watching via Zoom, you will be able to go to sthsactive.com. You'll be able to see the recipes. You'll get to see the ingredients. Some of these have, I think there was one that only had like 6 ingredients. I think it was the muffin. Was it the breakfast muffin?
It was the pesto right here, and the cacao, well, the peanut butter cups.
Yeah, so those are the ones that you will definitely appreciate. Now, obviously, do we have any questions from the audience right now? This is your perfect chance to ask Sarah a question if you have one.
Besides water, what do you recommend?
I love that question. I absolutely love that.
Refresh yourself.
For me, there's a few methods that I do, whether it's if I like to make my own agua fresca, which means adding the fruits to it, and then a lot of these agua frescas, they use syrups or they use added sugars, and just get in-season fruits, and I guarantee you they will be sweet. And I actually had the best tamarindo while I was out here, and I asked him, I said, is there added sugar or sweetener? And he's like, just tamarindo. And you can just be mindful of doing things like that, looking for your in-season fruits where they are naturally going to be sweet, fresh already. Muddle it in, and it tastes delicious. Sometimes if I want to do it where I'm feeling like I'm having a virgin cocktail, I'll do it with mineral water, add, again, the muddled fruit, and then I love to add herbs, like whether it's a basil or a mint. Put it in there, and then you can use cinnamon as your sweetener as well. I promise you all these taste good. And then you could also add some monk fruit in there, and it tastes delicious as well. It gives it that sweet feeling without feeling like you are doing something bad.
Now, please tell me that you have discovered the perfect recipe for an horchata.
We actually are working on that for hopefully the next sequel to this book.
Okay, please.
So,
That is my only begging you to find me the perfect horchata that's healthy, because those are so good. All right. Okay, well, any other questions from the audience? I know there was one maybe in the back. Any other questions for Sarah? If not, that concludes our cooking demonstration with Sarah. Let's give her a big round of applause. We hope that you guys enjoyed the food. Those of you that are watching via Zoom, I'm sorry that we can't deliver it through the screens to you, but we promise that when you make it at home, it'll be quick, easy, and it'll be delicious. So make sure that you get those recipes at sthsactive.com. And now, obviously, we've done exercise today. We've also done some cooking, but for some people, sometimes that isn't enough. With the problem that we have here in the Rio Grande Valley with obesity, sometimes you need an extra jumpstart, as we saw with Rachel's story earlier. And so we want to hear a little bit about the Bariatric Weight Loss Surgery Center here at South Texas Health System. Many people like Rachel have been able to transform their lives. And if you think you need a little extra help, the staff at the center walk you through every step of the way in your weight loss journey. Take a look.
As the Rio Grande Valley continues its rapid evolution, it's becoming nationally recognized for its culture, growing economy, and innovation. But the region is also dealing with a bad reputation.
Unfortunately, we've been labeled one of the most obese cities in America.
80% of the valley's population is considered overweight or obese, according to health experts. The rate of diabetes is 20% higher than the rest of the state, with 1 in 3 people diagnosed as diabetic. And the problem shows no sign of slowing down, according to Dr. Ernesto Garza, one of the board-certified surgeons at the South Texas Health System Bariatric Weight Loss Surgery Center.
So we've seen increasing numbers of our population, and at the same time of that population, we're seeing a significant increase of what we call obesity and morbidly obese patients here in McAllen.
Excess weight, especially when it hits obese levels, can take its toll on the body.
So when it comes to obesity, obesity doesn't just affect one part of the body, it affects the whole body in general. So depending on which organ system we're talking about, the weight does take effect, and it's usually long-term wear and tear. Those issues are like hypertension, diabetes, arthritis, sleep apnea, heart issues, congestive heart failure. I mean, the list goes on and on. But pretty much every single organ system does get affected by weight at some point.
While diet and exercise play an important role in maintaining a healthy weight, there are other factors that can lead to issues with weight.
There's genetics involved, there's social problems involved, there's pathology involved, diseases. So it is not a specific thing that we can point out.
For those considered obese who are struggling to lose weight through diet and exercise alone, especially if they have underlying health issues like diabetes, bariatric surgery may be an option.
As a rule, the percentage of people that lose weight just by healthy eating, exercise, and medical management is very, very low when they're obese type 1, type 2, type 3.
In most cases, qualifications for bariatric surgery include a body mass index, commonly referred to as BMI, greater than 40 or more than 100 pounds overweight, or a BMI greater than 35 and at least one obesity-related comorbidity like type 2 diabetes, hypertension, or heart disease. Still, doctors remind everyone that surgery is not a quick fix. To successfully maintain the weight loss, patients must make major lifestyle changes, including a healthy diet and a consistent exercise regimen.
And it's a restart button. The goal here is maintenance. The surgery very early on makes it very easy to maintain. A lot of physical changes will help people get very positive and keep moving forward.
It's not the easy way out. There's a lot of preparation that needs to happen. Nobody's happy of doing those drastic changes. But after a while, when they see that their weight is down, that their activity is up, that their medical problems are down, is when they start feeling that it's definitely worth it.
From a laparoscopic sleeve surgery and laparoscopic gastric bypass to an overstitch revision procedure, the South Texas Health System Bariatric Weight Loss Surgery Center offers surgical and non-surgical options to suit a patient's needs.
Come in so we can talk about individually. So the most common complaint when it comes to procedures is every patient is usually wish they'd always done it sooner.
To learn more about bariatric surgery and how it can help transform your life, call 956-664-1616 or visit southtexashealthsystemheart.com/weight-loss.
And it is important to note that whether you do surgery or not, you still have to make drastic lifestyle changes in order to maintain a healthy weight, right? Rachel, as an example for us here?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Maintain your weight as far as watch what you're eating, exercise, at least 30 minutes. Walk 20 minutes a day if you don't have time to exercise. 20 minutes walking is more than enough, but always maintain your eating habits especially.
I think she's been listening to you, Sarah. She's got it down pat. She's like 20
Yes.
minutes, 30 minutes, watch what you eat. Any final words that you have for us, Sarah, about transforming your life? And again, you have mentioned it in previous conversations that it's your day one is your day one.
Absolutely. Everybody has a different day one. Everybody has a different chapter. If I can just say that if this is a place that you came to just because you wanted to learn something or feel encouraged, then take whatever you learned from here and start your day one, or start your day two starting tomorrow. Don't say, usually one of the things that I hear as a trainer is, I'm gonna wait till Monday, but you don't have to wait till Monday. You can start where you are and just start now. If you feel like you don't know where to start, just start. And that's where, especially if you feel like this was something where you could also do, you could take these examples and you could definitely do these just at your own home, the comfort of your own home, or while you're walking your dog, or in between errands or things like that. If you decide, hey, I'm gonna do a few squats, or I'm gonna do a few lunges, or whatever it is, I see a bench, I wanna get in some tricep dips, you guys can definitely do something like that. But never feel discouraged, and if you feel like you love to go in all in, and then all of a sudden you have a part or a day where you're like, hey, I fell off track, don't let that falling off track fall you off track for the rest of your life, because then you're gonna wake up years later and you're like, wow, I should have started. And don't wait till you have to get to a point where you say, I should have started. Just start.
Tomorrow is another day, right?
Absolutely.
All right, are there any questions from the audience as we wrap this up? We really appreciate you joining us today for this special event that we have here as we kick off our Transform Your Life campaign. Let's give a round of applause to Rachel Rodriguez, our patient, who has been an inspiring success story, I think, for everyone in the room here and those watching via Zoom. And a huge applause to Sarah Kadouzian, who's joined us all the way from Los Angeles to really kick us into shape and help us get this Transform Your Life message that South Texas Health System has off the ground. We will be having monthly activities. We'll be tying up with local partners as well as our own system officials here, some of our experts within the system, to do Transform Your Life seminars throughout the year and into next year. So we hope that you join us. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram at STX Health System. And then also make sure you like us on Facebook. You'll be able to find out about all our events that we have. Again, a round of applause for Sarah and Rachel. And we thank you for joining us. Until our next Transform Your Life event, keep on that journey and keep on moving. Thank you.
At South Texas Health System, the health of you and your family has always been our top priority. It inspires us to be among the nation's healthcare leaders. We're proud to be home to the Valley's first and only freestanding children's hospital, the state's first dedicated heart hospital, the first behavioral health facility with private inpatient treatment, and Hidalgo County's first level 2 trauma center. And we continue to transform healthcare, investing in advanced technologies and innovations to help you heal faster. It's that commitment to your health that has allowed South Texas Health System to build a reputation for excellence across 11 facilities, earning recognition for patient safety, cardiac care, robotic surgery, women's health, stroke care, and more. With our integrated network of nationally recognized facilities, freestanding emergency departments, physician practices, and outpatient centers, we are where you are, providing compassionate care and comprehensive services for you and your family.